Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, House of Spirit. My name is Madeline Parker, and this evening I'm going to do a read for the upcoming Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that's happening on the winter solstice, December 21. Happens to be my birthday. So when I asked a couple of my clients what would be a good topic for my next video, they suggested that, and I thought, well, yes, let's do that. That's great because I'm very curious to know more about this transit, even though I have been studying it and sort of listening to a lot of other astrologists give reports about that transit. And you know, it is a lot of these planets that have, well, Jupiter and Saturn have been in Capricorn and now they're shifting into Aquarius. So we are going to see a whole new energy from one of more of a restricted Capricornian energy to a more liberated energy of Aquarius. And Aquarius represents the people. And Jupiter going into Aquarius is sort of like helping the people en masse progress in a liberated fashion for more financial liberation, emancipation, and it is also the sign of social media, the tribe, the 11th house in astrology, which could be it's sort of out in the world, right? So we've got Saturn going in there, so that's going to be the planet of Saturn structuring the liberated energy, and Jupiter coming in its liberated state, helping to ground the Jupiter motive. So let's see what the cards have to say about this transit. And I'm trying not to shuffle on that board, it makes so much noise. Anyway, I also want to thank my new subscribers for subscribing. Welcome. And also, if anybody would like a personal read, go ahead, email me. I'll look at your chart. We pull up the transits. We do it on FaceTime. We go through anything that's going on transit-wise. We pull cards on it. I help you align your actions with your masculine energies with your inner feminine, aligning your energies so that your actions are in alignment. All right, calling in highest guides and angels in this read so that we may be higher guided to our highest best destiny as a collective, so that we may have a deeper understanding of this transit of Saturn and Jupiter conjuncting at 0 degrees Aquarius on the winter solstice. Thank you, Spirit. All righty, let's have a look. 7 of Cups, 9 of Swords, new beginning, Fool, alignment, interesting. 11th, that's so fun. This is the 11th card hitting in the 11th spot. Talk about alignment. If that isn't telling me that, wow, star card, which is the sign of Aquarius. In tarot, the star card represents the sign of Aquarius, so that's pretty exciting, huh? All right, let's take a look and see what we have coming on this very powerful conjunction, which, by the way, happens. This conjunction in astrology lines up with a lot of paradigm shifts in history, a lot of times where eras have shifted. Like the 60s, I think there was a conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. It's a very pivotal period, these major conjunctions. So it's going to be very pivotal in all our personal charts as well. So this is sort of a collective read on how it's going to affect us in a general way, and then you can always apply this to whatever house the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is happening, where 0 degrees is in your chart. Okay? So let's take a look. Wow, interesting that I get the Wheel of Fortune card. Whenever I pull this card in a read that really is a pivotal period, yes, every day is a day towards our destiny, but there are some sort of real points in our day where the destiny really takes a big chunk forward and shifts in that wheel. It's like a big, like the clock really goes dung. So, and then we get that under the 11th card. This is so interesting. 0, 10, which is a 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's 11, 11, 11. The sign of Aquarius, the 11th house. There we get the star card, again representing the 11th house, the sign of Aquarius. So, fate, this is a shift in our destiny, a shift in that wheel towards our highest, best destiny. This is, we get the three of Swords here, basically representing new beginnings, turning away from all that has disappointed us. I would say that in this paradigm shift, every time we have a paradigm shift in the history of mankind, we really are evolving a step higher to a higher consciousness, because we are evolving to a higher enlightened era, more enlightenment. So every step of that way is towards that. So if we go through challenging periods like we have just now with all these planets in Capricorn, we really are dumping a lot of karma in order to raise our frequency, to elevate to the higher plateau that the universe is constantly trying to reach, trying to get us to grow to. And look at that. If that's not what this is saying with the World card, the Wheel of Fortune card, the Ten of Cups, and what's so interesting is that we're leaving the Capricornian energy of making very secure, stabilizing choices that are possibly security-based, fear-based choices that may not have really fulfilled us emotionally. Now we're really being guided to living an emotionally fulfilled life. All these cups are here. And also, I do think that this conjunction in the sign of Aquarius, I think it is a race to calling, a race, in other words, a calling to mission, fated purpose. Mission usually involves other people, usually involves, like the Aquarius, the people, groups of people, your tribe. So it's sort of activating the 11th. This is my 11th card. It creates a cross in my grid, which in my opinion is the divine portal in the center. And so what is it? This conjunction is going to align people to their true just destiny and higher calling mission. And Jupiter is all about servicing the greater whole, helping expand the greater good. And then we get the Strength card next to that. Wow, this is powerful. The Strength card. So we're aligning with our higher. We're going to align with our divine mates. Look at that. We get 2. So if you're a twin flame watching this, you most likely will be in physical union by this point in order to initiate divine calling. But also Jupiter is justice, right? We're looking at a Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be a powerful force in these two dynamics. I think Saturn will still be stronger. So Saturn is the energy that grounds, that we have to align with Saturn to ground or to materialize the higher dimensions. And there's going to be a real balance between the two forces, between Jupiter and Saturn, in a very balanced harmonic place, which is going to ground the higher vision of Jupiter. The more enlightened Saturn is going to ground the more enlightened vision, the more enlightened knowledge, or the more enlightened way, the just way that is good for all, leaving, sort of becoming more emotionally fulfilled and aligned with our destiny that is also emotionally fulfilling, and that creates an emotional balance. And with the World card here, we have, with all these planets in Capricorn that we've all been through, as hard as it has been for a lot of people, it was clearing the karma so that we could elevate to this next level. So I suppose with this Wheel of Fortune, to me indicates a good financial period, a good expansive financially. This is always going to represent expansion in abundance. But we are at the beginning stages of the new paradigm. There might be a period where we have to hold back financially, but if you are in that position, try not to be nervous and afraid, because we're leaving the old tendencies to make choices that way. So it really challenges your faith. It really pushes you to the edge, because you're not leaning on your old paradigm. So it's a bit scary because in everybody's life, their old paradigm is falling away and a new paradigm is growing. What does that mean? Well, a new structure that supports you financially is going to shift. It can be through inheritance, depending on where it lands in your chart, but there's going to be a new way that you're financially supported for the next 29-year cycle. And the Nine of Swords represents the fear of that transition period where you're losing your old way of security and a new way is developing. Here we go and you're turning away because the old way was not sufficient. It was disappointing. It did not fulfill emotionally. There's a higher way for you to experience and develop abundance that's in alignment with what the universe wants for you, and why you were here, and how your growth in abundance actually is in alignment with the way the universe needs abundance grown, or shall we say, fostered. And then this comes in with union, with mate, because divine 11, 2, 11, 4 and 6 comes 1. I'm sorry, 6 and 6. Sorry, what am I saying? 6, 4 makes 1. We get 1. This is a very in alignment experience. We're really coming into a place of alignment of our true divine mates and our higher calling and our higher purpose. It's a call to action, and to activate there's 11 right there. It's to really activate your higher calling, to raise the frequency of the planet. Light workers, stand forward. It's time to act. You're going to gain the clarity on that day. And you're going to take that initiation. It's going to be the time of instigation. It's the 0 degrees of Aquarius hitting there in the 11th section of my read, in alignment with that, indicating everybody really stepping forward in their call of duty to stand forward and create a new world, the new earth of more harmony between people in the Aquarian age, where the people are liberated and hold the power to progress, and we aren't held back by Capricorn. We expand as a mass, and Capricorn supports us. Wow, that was fun. I'm glad I did that read. I like doing these reads because I gain a lot of clarity out of them. So I'm excited about it. I'm just going to pull a moon card here if I can find my deck. I've been organizing things. Aha, my moon card. Okay, let's see, Spirit. Can you give us another message that galvanizes all of this, please? Thank you. With the moon deck. What can you tell us? Nothing will come of this situation, the void. So in my opinion, that 0 degrees void, we're clearing out situations that are no longer progressive for us. That it's kind of like the forest that has the old dead trees are dying, and the stuff that is this is the 3 of Swords here, basically. Things that no longer work for us as a society will fall away, and we will implement the new way that does work. The people will. What else? The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Well, we are getting this new moon. Well, we have a full moon at the end of the month. It might be a full moon Gemini at the end of the month, but we do have a new moon coming in. So we're clearing off this is the South Node. So we do have, this is interesting because the South Node is at about the same degree as this. So we're really releasing an old paradigm that doesn't serve us, and then we get this win-win. We're shifting to the new start is coming. This new moon, we have a new moon solar eclipse next week, which is going to be a big part of the build-up for the initiation of the new beginnings that are going to be even further implemented by this conjunction coming up. So thank you for watching this, and let me think. If you have any questions, I do leave a comment below. If you have a planet in your chart that is going to be hit by this conjunction, leave a comment below, and I will do a read on any planet anybody wants that is going to be hit, because I'm curious to know if it's going to hit your ascendant, or if it's going to hit your South Node, your North Node. I'm curious. It's going to hit my Venus, so I'm going to do another read on this if this conjunction falls on your Venus. All right, so hopefully this read was clarifying for you, and thank you for watching. Namaste.